So, far as my documentary that's coming out, you guys gonna see 26 years of behind the scenes footage that you guys have never seen.
I remember when radio hosts and TV reporters were accusing you of ducking Shane Mosley, Baltimore, Hatton, Canelo, Guerrero, and you fought all of them right after that. Is that also going to be in your documentary?
Well, I feel like the proof is in the pudding. I don't have to say who I beat. There's been so many great fighters out there, so many good fighters. All the guys that you named are hell of a fighters. Everything is about timing. I wish me and Shane Mosley could have fought.
Boxing Kingdom recently sparked debate by tweeting that Tank Davis is comparing his skills to Floyd Mayweather's, setting the stage for a heated discussion among fans. Tank confidently claimed, "I feel skill-wise mine are way better than Floyd's. If I am on my game, no one fighting today on TV has more skills than me." This bold statement quickly ignited controversy, as Mayweather is considered one of the greatest defensive boxers of all time, while Tank has earned his reputation as a dominant knockout artist with explosive power and sharp technique. Many argue that surpassing Mayweather's legendary skill set is a tall order, with fans debating whether Tank's confidence is justified or if he's underestimated the defensive mastery and ring IQ that made Mayweather unbeatable. Shane Mosley recently weighed in on the complex relationship between Tank and Floyd, acknowledging both fighters' immense talent while noting the tension between them. Mosley said, "I like both guys. I know Gervonta has his issues with Floyd, and Floyd has a big ego where he wants to be the man on top. But Gervonta is trying to get on top, and it seems like he has to get from under Floyd." Mosley compared the dynamic to his own relationship with his son, stressing the importance of stepping back to let the next generation shine.
Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis have a cold face-to-face meeting finally after all the back and forth. What's your thoughts on this? Drop a comment.
Was you hurt though? Was you like...
Hell no. I jumped on him. You know what I mean? I jumped on him. He was grabbing me from that. We ain't want no smoke from that.
They want to throw you to the wayside.
I mean, just once you get around someone, you be looking up to these people so bad. And once you get around, they don't be what they say what they portray to be.
But Floyd's like, no, I'm the best. No, now it's no longer Floyd's time. It's Tank's time now. He's the best. He's done he's popular. He's all this.
During a heated encounter, Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis exchanged sharp words, with Mayweather asserting his dominance and dismissing defeat. Tank fired back, claiming his power would be the deciding factor. The intense back and forth had fans buzzing, heightening anticipation for their potential showdown.
I don't hate Floyd. I'm happy for Floyd. He's accomplished so much, and he believed in himself to accomplish all these different things, to be great, to dare to be great. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of him. I'm proud that the brother, went all the way to the top of the mountain and won. But now, Floyd, it's time for somebody else to win. You won. It's time for the new generation. They're gonna win. But your era, you won. But now there's another era. So can you make somebody else great like you are, or help them be great like you are? That's the issue, right? And maybe that's what Tank is talking about.
In a recent appearance on the Jay Hill podcast, Tank Davis opened up about the challenges he faced under Floyd Mayweather's mentorship, revealing that he often felt trapped in a lose-lose situation. Davis recalled a pivotal moment before his 2017 IBF Junior Lightweight Championship fight against Jose Pedraza, where he believed Mayweather intentionally set him up for failure. After a 6-month break from fighting and facing financial struggles, including eviction and having to sell his jewelry, Davis felt pressured into accepting the Pedraza fight. He claimed Mayweather gave him an ultimatum: fight Pedraza or be sidelined indefinitely. Davis described feeling cornered, saying, "I was in a lose-lose situation. He told me, "You've got to fight this fighter, chose Pedraza, or you are sitting on the shelf." This moment marked a turning point in Davis' relationship with Mayweather.
Came out still on top.
With Floyd? You said, well, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just a situation that he put me in, make me lose. But he thought I was gonna lose.
You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Pedraza. Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 16-0. 16-0. And I was 21 at the time. And I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. And around that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like 10,000 a fight. So 6 months is crazy to not fight. Also, when they came back and was like, "All right, you gotta fight," he was like, "You gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're sitting on the shelf." So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you, I'm letting the boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game.
In a recent interview, Tank Davis was asked about the possibility of facing Floyd Mayweather Jr. if both were in their prime. Davis expressed deep respect for Mayweather's legendary status, stating that he would avoid such a matchup. He acknowledged the immense challenge of facing a fighter of Mayweather's caliber, but emphasized that his own skills are formidable enough to compete with any boxer in the sport today. Davis has often credited Mayweather as a significant influence on his career, drawing inspiration from his defensive prowess and strategic acumen. This respect highlights Davis's reluctance to entertain the idea of a fight against his mentor, recognizing the challenges that would come with such a bout. Nevertheless, Davis remains confident in his abilities. His undefeated record and multiple world titles across various weight classes are a testament to his exceptional talent. With explosive power, speed, and ring intelligence, Davis is undoubtedly one of boxing's most formidable competitors, ready to face any opponent.
Tank, how would you fight Floyd in his prime? Like if you were to fight Floyd in
Don't
his prime,
fight him.
if you guys were both in the...
Don't fight him. I won't fight him. I mean, Floyd was good. He was top tier. I mean, me, I feel as though I could compete with any top fighter. I'm not saying me going at Floyd, but I'm saying like I feel as though my skills. I feel like my skills, and not to take nothing from Floyd, but I feel like my skills can compete with anybody that ever lifts up a boxing.
You're crazy to watch, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you hit like a fucking train.
Floyd Mayweather recently shared a sparring video from 6 years ago featuring himself and Tank Davis, sparking discussions among boxing fans. The timing of the release raised speculation about Mayweather's intent, with some believing it was a reminder of his dominance, while others saw it as a subtle jab at Tank. The video showcased Mayweather's signature defense and counter-punching, while Tank displayed his trademark power and aggression. Given their history of tension, fans are debating whether this was a strategic move or just a nostalgic throwback from the undefeated champion.
Well, he's not from DC. That's what I learned. I thought he was from DC too. DC my second home. I've been coming up here since I was 9 years old, even younger. So I'm not really trying to get in his personal business. Probably just showing him that, I could do anything, especially in your backyard.
You gonna feel all this shit we gotta do. Look, hey Tank, we gonna go 35, 12.
Many years ago, legendary champion Marvin Hagler remarked that it's hard to get up and do road work at 5 a.m.
And I seen the Lomo Chico and Devin Haney for the undisputed title. You know, that was a good fight. I'm very, very glad that Devin Haney was victorious. Me and Devin sat down, you know, for us to come together and make a relationship happen. I don't want to knock championship belts because they are important. I could tell him, you could win 2 world titles but make $250 million. Or you can win 20 world titles and make $10 million. Then when you look at Ryan and Tank, they made great money. We could have been did this, and that could have been him in the fight with Ryan Garcia.
Tank Davis has long expressed a desire to test his skills against his former mentor, Floyd Mayweather Jr. In various interviews, Davis has acknowledged Mayweather's status as a top-tier fighter, speculating that a potential bout between them would be his most challenging. This ambition highlights Davis's confidence in his abilities and his desire to measure himself against the best in the sport. However, the relationship between Davis and Mayweather has been marked by tension, with some observers suggesting that Mayweather's difficulty in accepting Davis's rising success has contributed significantly to their discord. Mayweather, known for his competitive nature, may struggle with the idea of his protege potentially surpassing his own achievements, leading to a strained mentor-protege dynamic. Despite these tensions, Davis has consistently expressed profound respect for Mayweather, acknowledging the significant influence Mayweather has had on his career. Davis often praises Mayweather's unparalleled defensive skills and strategic acumen, referring to him as a top-tier fighter. When asked about the hypothetical scenario of facing Mayweather in their respective primes, Davis has candidly stated that he would prefer not to engage in such a matchup, emphasizing the challenges of competing against someone of Mayweather's caliber. While Davis respects Mayweather's legacy, he remains unwavering in his confidence in his own abilities. He has repeatedly stated that his skill set is formidable enough to challenge any boxer in the sport today. This assertion is not a direct challenge to Mayweather, but reflects his self-assuredness and readiness to face top-tier opponents in his weight class. Davis's undefeated record and multiple world titles across different weight classes further solidify his exceptional talent, highlighting his commitment to the sport and his desire to compete at the highest level.
You know, so I don't want Tank to necessarily leave Mayweather. I think he's in this position because of everything that Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe have done for him. So I do want him to do what he is saying. Take control of your career. Say that you want Shakur and actually fight Shakur. Say that you want Devin and actually fight Devin. You know, fight these guys. Don't keep making new names. Like, you gave Barrios a chance. You gave Isaac a chance. Like, you know, Gamboa. Like, those aren't the fights that we want.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. is celebrated for his defensive mastery, impeccable technique, and an unblemished 50-0 record. His ability to adapt to his opponents and control the pace of a fight has solidified his legacy as one of boxing's all-time greats. Mayweather's signature style revolves around impeccable defense, ring IQ, and counter-punching, making him almost impossible to hit cleanly. He controlled every aspect of his fights, often turning his opponent's offense against them with ease, while maintaining an unmatched level of discipline and focus. On the other hand, Gervonta "Tank" Davis is renowned for his formidable punching power, aggressive fighting style, and an undefeated streak that continues to rise. Tank's approach to boxing is starkly different from Mayweather's, being more offensive and power-driven, using his explosive knockout ability to overwhelm opponents. Though their fighting styles differ, Mayweather's being more strategic and defensive, and Tank's being driven by relentless aggression, both have demonstrated exceptional ring intelligence and adaptability. Mayweather's longevity in the sport and his extensive list of world titles across multiple weight classes have set a high bar. Meanwhile, Tank, still in the prime of his career, has already amassed multiple titles and continues to seek challenges that could elevate his status even further. While surpassing Mayweather's legacy seems like a formidable task, Davis's trajectory suggests he has the potential to carve out his own significant place in boxing history. His knockout power and dominance in the ring make him one of the most exciting talents of his generation, with many predicting he could become one of the sport's future legends. Still, the shadow of Mayweather looms large over Davis's rise, leading to a complicated relationship between the two. Bill Haney, the father and trainer of lightweight champion Devin Haney, has openly addressed the tension between Mayweather and Tank Davis. Haney has questioned Mayweather's treatment of Davis, suggesting that instead of fully supporting his former protege, Mayweather might have tried to control or limit Davis's success. Haney has even gone as far as to say that Mayweather attempted to make a fool of Davis, implying that the mentorship was more about keeping Tank under his influence rather than genuinely helping him reach his full potential. Many believe that Mayweather struggles with Davis's growing stardom and financial success, especially since Tank has now become one of the highest-paid fighters in the sport. As Davis continues to prove himself as a dominant force in boxing, the tension between him and Mayweather fuels constant speculation. Some see Mayweather as a guiding figure who helped Davis rise, while others, like Haney, suggest that Mayweather might have tried to keep him in his shadow. The debate remains whether Mayweather truly wanted Davis to surpass him, or if his ego and desire to remain the biggest name in boxing led to a strained relationship with his protege. A potential fight between Floyd Mayweather and Tank Davis would be a battle of skill versus power. Mayweather's legendary defense, elusive movement, counter-punching, and ring IQ would likely see him avoid being cornered or caught on the ropes, just as he did with aggressive opponents throughout his career. His stamina and discipline would allow him to maintain his strategy for all 12 rounds, or even 15 if necessary, making it difficult for Tank to impose his game plan. Mayweather's ability to capitalize on an opponent's aggression would give him a tactical edge. However, Tank Davis has proven time and again that he possesses fight-ending power. Even when outboxed, his ability to find openings, land devastating punches, and finish fights makes him one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport today. This contrast in styles, Mayweather's elusive, technical brilliance versus Tank's explosive, power-driven approach, would make for a fascinating and highly anticipated matchup, with both fighters bringing unique strengths to the table.
Do you want your legacy? If you care. Because some interviews I see you say like, yeah, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. Where you stand on that?
It's just like, it's so up and down in the sport. Which, when I say up and down in sport, it's like, a lot of people don't know it, but it been 3 and 4 people in my weight class that been undisputed, type of thing, and they held it for like only a couple months. I beat Ryan. Ryan beat Devin. Devin was undisputed. You get what I'm saying? Like it don't, like it's up and down. Cause some people will discredit what I've done. Ain't gonna lie. My influence, my everything in the sport, just that alone. Even coming from where I come from is
right.
Like, you feel me? I feel like I'm already up there with whoever. Like Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard.
Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Tank Davis represent two distinct but dominant boxing styles. Mayweather, widely regarded as one of the most technically sound fighters in history, built his legacy on impenetrable defense, precision counter-punching, and an unmatched ring IQ. His ability to control the pace of a fight, avoid damage, and outmaneuver opponents made him virtually untouchable in the ring. In contrast, Tank Davis brings a different challenge with his explosive knockout power and the ability to change the course of a fight with a single punch. In a hypothetical matchup between the two, the biggest question is whether Mayweather's defensive brilliance could neutralize Tank's relentless offense, or if Tank could break through and land the devastating punch that has folded so many of his opponents. Historically, Mayweather has faced and dismantled power punches using slick movement and a tactical approach to frustrate aggressive fighters. However, Davis possesses an unpredictable element. He can be outboxed for several rounds, but still find a way to land a fight-ending shot, making him a dangerous threat at any moment.
Issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel. He said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, that's what I was told at the time.
Floyd Mayweather's strengths are rooted in his superior defense, counter-punching ability, and elite stamina, which would allow him to dictate the fight's tempo. His calculated, methodical approach would likely give him an advantage in controlling the pace. On the other hand, Tank Davis's advantages lie in his raw power, offensive pressure, and finishing ability, making him a constant threat. While Mayweather's experience and ring IQ would give him the edge in managing the fight, Davis's knockout power remains a dangerous factor that could change the course of the match instantly. This matchup would be a classic battle of skill versus power, IQ versus aggression. Mayweather's tactical approach could lead him to victory, but Tank's ability to land that one game-changing punch would keep fans on the edge of their seats, making it a fantasy fight for the ages. Calvin Ford, Davis's longtime trainer, has consistently emphasized the importance of distinguishing between Mayweather and Tank. Ford often says, "Floyd is Floyd, Tank is Tank," highlighting that while Mayweather's legacy is unparalleled, Davis is on his own path, striving for greatness. Ford has also remarked on how success reveals true colors, suggesting that as Davis's accomplishments grow, not everyone, including Mayweather, may be genuinely supportive. This perspective sheds light on the challenges Davis faces both in the ring and in navigating relationships within the boxing community.